Hello everyone, I am the Craftacular creator and today I'm excited to show you how I created this floating diamond fun fold baby card. Honestly, I loved it so much I ended up making two, but more on that later. In this video I'll walk you through how to put together this fun fold, do a little Copic colouring and for a change dig out some forgotten crafting supplies from my stash. Before we dive in, if you enjoy what you see today, don't forget to get clicky for Vicki. Hit that like button, subscribe and ring the bell to stay updated on all things crafty. Your support really means the world to me. For this project I used some of my favourite supplies. The Concord and 9th quilted pinwheel backdrop, a button embossing folder from Couture Collections, lawn fawns sewn with love and so very mice, and some adorable flower market pattern paper. Now to kick things off, I followed the PDF instructions from drunkdogcreative.com to cut all of the pieces, and today I'm stepping away from the usual A2 card side because why not go big? This one's a bold 5x7 inches. I've already cut and scored the card base off screen, so let's get assembling. The base of this card starts out looking very much like a Z-fold card. I added a button embossed panel to the front and let me tell you, embossing folders are underused in my craft room. I love the texture they give and I've got quite a stack of them. You'll definitely be seeing more of them in future projects. I add these beautiful embossed panels to Lawn Fawn Fog cardstock. It's this lovely subtle grey that really makes the white details pop. Such a perfect combination. Next up, I created a cute quilted square using patterned paper. Now, if you've ever snuggled under a patchwork blanket, you know the cosy vibes it gives. And this paper quilt, it gives me the same feels, I promise. The dotted lines make it so easy to piece together, way easier than sewing an actual quilt. I attach this to a white diamond and then repeat the process for the second quilted piece. Now I lay out all of my stamps and quilted pieces to get an idea of how it's all going to come together. Following the instructions from the PDF, I mark 2 spots on the inside of the card, then bring in the scored piece, the mechanism, that will make that big beautiful diamond float. I glue this into place, holding the card down just to make sure it sticks. Now comes the fun part. Using my tape runner I attach the largest diamond. The tape runner is great because it lets me reposition the diamond if needed. Time to get back to the front panel. I attach the quilted diamonds, but here's the trick. Only glue 1/2 of each diamond. And, drum roll, when I open the card up, the floating diamond works. I'm telling you, it's magic. I then stamp the word cute on a white diamond and I've got my images stamped out off screen. Now let's do a bit of Copic colouring. I keep the colour palette simple and you'll see the caps on screen for the colours I used. Once the images are coloured and fussy cut, I lay them out on the quilted diamonds and attach them with liquid glue. I then pop a jar of buttons and one more mouse on the inside because who doesn't love a cute mouse? And here's a freeze frame of the clever bit. I wanted the sentiment to read cute as a button, but have the word button on the jar itself. How clever am I, right? Once I had my sentiment panel sorted, I attached it all more securely to the floating mechanism. You may have already spotted this, but just like in a sleepy classic fairy tale, everything turns from blue to pink, just like that. I love this card so much I made it twice, one in blue and one in pink. Perfect for both baby boys and girls. I'm also thinking this would look amazing in other colours. Lemon yellow, mint green, the possibilities are endless. As I think about those endless possibilities, I add some tiny stick-on buttons to embellish the card. These little guys have been sitting in my stash for way too long, and it felt so good to finally use them. I make one final check to make sure everything floats as it should. And here they are, the final images of both my pink and blue versions. I'm honestly a little in love with this fold. Yes, I know my maths teacher would argue that a diamond isn't technically a shape, but hey, I'm sticking with it. Floating diamond fold it is. These cards are inspired by episode 250 of Craft Roulette. If you've not seen it, go check it out. The parameters are on screen for you. My floating diamond was the fun fold. Grey, pink and blue remind us of baby days. Quilted patterns are front and centre, and of course, buttons galore. If you haven't already, definitely consider subscribing to Craft Roulette on YouTube. It's such a blast and you'll get tons of inspiration. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Don't forget to get clicky for Vicki. It really does mean the world to me. Take care and I'll be back soon with more crafty goodness. Ta-ta for now.